All right, folks, let's talk about the cornerstone, the 22 long rifle. For so many of us, this was the cartridge. It was the first rifle we ever put to our shoulder, the first time we smelled that puff of burnt powder and heard that plink on steel. But the 22 is so much more than just a starter cartridge. It's the ultimate training tool. It's the great equalizer that teaches you trigger control, sight alignment, and breathing, all without the recoil, or the wallet-draining cost, of centerfire ammo. And now, in 2025, the firearms industry is finally giving the 22 long rifle the serious respect it has always deserved. Manufacturers are stepping up in a huge way. We're not just talking about recoding some 10-year-old plinker. We are talking about serious, ground-up redesigns. We're seeing advanced, lightweight materials, custom-grade barrel technologies, and smart, ergonomic stocks that make these new rimfires more capable than ever before. So whether you're looking to dominate a local NRL 22 match, quietly hunt small game, or safely pass on the fundamentals to the next generation, or maybe you just appreciate a rock-solid, reliable rifle that stacks rounds exactly where you want them, this list is for you. We've put together 6 of the newest, most talked about 22 long rifle releases for 2025. We're counting them down from number 6 to number 1. Each one of these brings something fresh to the table, and they are all worth a hard look. Let's dig in. Number 6. The Bergara BMR-X 22 long rifle. Coming in at number 6, the Bergara BMR-X 22 long rifle. Now, look, Bergara built its entire reputation on building absolute hammers for the long-range precision world. When they first stepped into rimfire with the BMR, the whole industry snapped its head around. Now, in 2025, the new BMR-X takes that success and pushes it even further. This rifle gives you a bolt-action 22 that is manufactured with the exact same obsessive attention to detail as their centerfire competition rifles. But it's all packed into a platform that's still lightweight and attainable. The first thing that's going to jump out at you is that carbon fiber barrel. You can get it in a 16 or 18-inch configuration. And yes, it comes fully threaded for your suppressor. That carbon construction isn't just for looks. It's doing a critical job. It cuts a massive amount of weight while maintaining the rigidity and heat resistance that you need for precision work. What that means for you on the range is less barrel whip, better shot-to-shot consistency, and tighter groups, especially when you start feeding it that high-end match ammo. The action itself is just slick. Bergara's bolt system in the BMR-X has a short throw and a really crisp, authoritative lockup. It runs in a way that feels more like a high-dollar custom rifle than a simple plinker. But here's the massive deal. This rifle is designed to use Remington 700-style triggers and scope bases. That is a game changer. It means you have a universe of aftermarket compatibility right out of the box. Want to drop in a new trigger? Want to change your optics mount? The whole system is modular and shooter-friendly. You also get detachable magazines. And unlike some rimfires where the mags feel like a cheap plastic afterthought, the BMR-X feeds smoothly and locks in securely. It ships with both a 5-round and a 10-round mag, and they are well built. We've seen zero feed issues. The stock on this model is lightweight and skeletonized, and this is key, it is adjustable for both length of pull and comb height. That is a huge plus for anyone who is serious about dialing in their cheek weld for perfect eye-to-optic alignment. You also get multiple sling mounting points and a flat-bottomed forend, which rides beautifully on shooting bags or a bipod. Accuracy-wise, the BMR-X is just incredibly tight. With a good optic and the right ammo, you are looking at sub-MOA performance at 50 and even 100 yards. It performs consistently, whether you're at the plinking range or shooting in a formal NRL 22 competition. For around $850, it's priced in that premium rimfire category, but it is 100% a rifle that rewards that investment. If you're training for long range, or you just want a 22 that performs way above its weight class, the BMR-X brings real precision to the rimfire world. Number 5. The Tikka T1x 22 long rifle. At number 5, we have the Tikka T1x 22 long rifle. When Tikka releases a rifle, serious shooters pay attention, and for good reason. The T1x has been quietly climbing the ranks for years, and in 2025, Tikka has given it just a few small, but very impactful, refinements. This keeps it at the top of the list for shooters who demand tight tolerances, a buttery smooth action, and rock-solid reliability. What makes the T1X stand out immediately is just how much it feels like its big brother, the legendary T3X. That's not an accident. The action is built with that same world-famous, silky smooth bolt throw. Honestly, it feels more like a centerfire rifle than any rimfire has a right to. And that is not a minor detail. It completely changes the shooting experience, whether you're loading slowly from a bench or running that bolt quickly in the field. It features a 20-inch cold hammer forged barrel. And yeah, it's a bit heavier than some others on this list, but that extra stiffness and mass really help with heat control and consistent accuracy. It's also threaded at the muzzle, so you're good to go with your suppressor right out of the box. Tikka gave this rifle a synthetic stock that is noticeably stiffer than most. It's not one of those flimsy, flexible stocks you can bend with one hand. It's reinforced for rigidity and features a more vertical grip, which a lot of target shooters and bench rest guys really prefer. The stock also includes solid checkering and a thick butt pad that just helps lock it right into your shoulder. Now, here is the huge selling point. The T1X accepts T3X compatible triggers and stocks. This means you have a massive pre-existing ecosystem of aftermarket support. If you want to upgrade the trigger, swap to a custom chassis, or completely trick it out for competition, this rifle gives you that flexibility without needing a trip to the gunsmith. Accuracy is just a non-issue. Most shooters are reporting sub-MOA groups at 50 yards, right out of the box. And when you feed it the right match ammo, you can stretch that consistency out to 100 yards and beyond. The magazine system is smooth, reliable, and the mags themselves are rugged. With a price around $700, the Tikka T1X isn't the cheapest option, but it absolutely delivers one of the most balanced and high-performance shooting experiences you can find. It's the kind of rifle that will keep up with your skill level, no matter how far you decide to push it. Number 4. The Winchester Xpert 22 Long Rifle. Number 4 is the Winchester Xpert 22 Long Rifle. Winchester is a name that's been in the rimfire world forever, and in 2025, their updated Xpert 22 proves they are still paying attention to what shooters actually want. What's immediately noticeable is just how lightweight this rifle feels. We're talking around 4.5 pounds unloaded. That makes it an ideal choice for younger shooters, for backpackers, or for anyone who just wants a rifle that's plain easy to carry for hours. But lightweight does not mean cheap. The polymer stock is stiff and durable, with a nice, aggressive texture on the grip and a slight palm swell that gives it a much more ergonomic hold than old-school stocks. The receiver and bolt are machined cleanly, and the action has a short, quick throw that's surprisingly smooth for this price point. There's not a lot of resistance or slop, and the bolt locks in with a positive feel. The trigger is also significantly better than what you'd expect. Winchester calls it their precision rimfire trigger, and it's user-adjustable from about 3 to 5 pounds. It's crisp, with a nice clean break that doesn't feel mushy or heavy. The barrel is 18 inches, it's button-rifled, and it features a target-style crown. It's also threaded for accessories, and it seems to handle both standard and high-velocity ammo with zero issues. Most shooters are easily getting 1-inch groups or better at 50 yards, even with bulk ammo. One of the most practical and smartest features is the integrated Picatinny rail on top of the receiver. Winchester made this part of the design, not an afterthought. Mounting your optics is totally straightforward, and you won't be fiddling with extra bases or weird, proprietary ring setups. The Xpert uses 10-round rotary magazines that are easy to load, very reliable, and drop-free. They feel very similar to the Ruger mags, and the mag release is large enough to operate quickly, even with gloves on. At a price around $320 to $350, the Xpert is one of the best values on this entire list. It performs like something much more expensive. It's just a great pick for newer shooters, for youth training, or for anyone who wants a light, accurate, low-maintenance bolt action that won't break the bank. Number 3. The Heckler And Koch G36 22 Long Rifle. Alright, number 3 is the Heckler And Koch G36 22 Long Rifle. Now this is just plain cool. We're talking about the iconic G36 platform, completely reimagined in a 22 long rifle format. In 2025, H&K decided to shake things up, and while this thing is designed for fun, the G36 22 is a serious performer built with real attention to detail. Visually, This thing looks exactly like the military rifle. It features that classic carry handle with the integrated sight, the correct folding, skeletonized stock, and the same aggressive lines of the original. But this is not some cheap airsoft toy. It's a full-on polymer and steel-reinforced build, with internals designed for reliability. The rifle uses a blowback semi-automatic action that's been specifically tuned to run both standard and high-velocity ammo. It's proven to be incredibly reliable, even during long shooting sessions where other rimfires start getting gummed up. The cycling is smooth, and the trigger pull, while it's not a match-grade trigger, is clean and consistent. It breaks right around 5 pounds, which is very comfortable for fast-paced plinking. One of the best features is the 22-round magazine. It's designed to perfectly mimic the profile of the 5.56 G36 mags, but it's built specifically for rimfire reliability. It locks in with a satisfying click, and the rifle feeds cleanly, without the hang-ups that plague a lot of high-capacity rimfire setups. Shooting the G36-22 is where the fun factor just goes off the charts. The recoil is minimal, but the ergonomics and the layout give it the feel of something much more tactical. You've got ambidextrous safety selectors, a monolithic rail system on top, and plenty of space for adding optics. Accuracy-wise, it's no slouch either. With that 16.5-inch barrel, you can expect 1-inch groups or tighter at 50 yards, especially with quality ammo. Look, it's not a precision match gun, but it's more than accurate enough to be fun all day long. At $599 to $650, this is definitely a niche rifle, but it's one that a lot of shooters are very excited about. Whether you're an H&K fan, a collector, or just someone who wants the coolest looking 22 on the range, this is one of the most unique releases of 2025. Number 2, the Springfield Armory Model 2020 Rimfire Classic. Coming in at number 2, the Springfield Armory Model 2020 Rimfire Classic 22 Long Rifle. Springfield Armory has been making serious waves, and with this Model 2020 Rimfire, they've created a bolt-action 22 that just hits all the right marks. Craftsmanship, accuracy, and long-term quality. This is not a stripped-down entry-level gun. This is a precision tool built with pride. The second you pick it up, you can feel the difference. The wood stock is beautifully finished, available in classic walnut, and the inletting and hardware all feel tight and perfectly assembled. It's not overly heavy, but it carries just enough weight to give it a grounded, balanced feel when you shoulder it. You get a 20-inch barrel that is fully free-floated, cold hammer forged, and yes, threaded. But the accuracy is the standout feature. Springfield guarantees sub-MOA performance, and we are seeing shooters report 0.5-inch groups, half-inch groups, at 50 yards with good match ammo. That is outstanding. Internally, the action is smooth and built off a scaled-down Remington 700 style platform. That means you get great trigger compatibility and plenty of upgrade options. Springfield includes their adjustable Gen 2 trigger, and it breaks cleanly right around 3.5 pounds, straight out of the box. Now here is one of the smartest features. This rifle is cross-compatible with Ruger 1022 style mags. This was an incredibly smart move by Springfield. It means you immediately have access to a massive, affordable, and reliable world of magazine options. There's also a 60-degree bolt throw, which helps with faster follow-up shots and provides easier scope clearance for your knuckles. This is just an ideal rifle for serious target shooting, for a high-quality youth trainer, or just for adding a classy rifle to your collection that you know will perform. At $699 to $800, the Model 2020 Rimfire isn't a budget gun, but it absolutely brings centerfire level quality to the rimfire space. It's accurate, it's gorgeous, and it's ready to shoot. Number 1. The Ruger 1022 Carbon Fiber. And at the number 1 spot for 2025, it's a rifle that takes one of the most iconic firearms of all time and gives it a modern update that actually means something. The Ruger 1022 Carbon Fiber. This rifle doesn't mess with the core of what made the 1022 so successful. Instead, it focuses on shaving weight, dramatically improving balance, and keeping that legendary undisputed reliability that shooters have trusted for decades. What sets this specific model apart is that carbon fiber tensioned barrel. This design wraps a strong, light carbon fiber sleeve around a steel barrel liner. This drastically reduces weight, while maintaining the rigidity you need for consistent shot placement. You still get that classic 1022 feel, but the front end is noticeably lighter and faster to swing. This makes it perfect for fast-paced target transitions or for long days in the field. It still runs on that tried-and-true blowback semi-auto system, but Ruger's engineers have fine-tuned the bolt and the recoil spring, allowing for smoother operation across a much wider range of ammunition. Whether you are feeding it budget-friendly bulk rounds or premium match-grade stuff, it just runs. The stock is a new synthetic design that's not only lightweight, but it's textured and contoured much better than the older, basic carbine versions. And Ruger added M-lock slots up front on the forend. This is a very welcome touch for those of us who want to easily mount a bipod, a flashlight, or just get our sling points exactly where we want them. And of course, it uses the same legendary 10-round rotary magazine that made the 1022 famous. It's still easy to load, it's still dead nuts reliable, and it's still supported by more aftermarket parts than any other firearm on the planet. That right there, that's one of the biggest reasons this rifle is such a strong number one. No matter how you want to configure this rifle, the options are already out there. Accuracy-wise, this new carbon fiber model is pulling 1-inch groups or better at 50 yards, right out of the box, with ease. It just feels nimble. It handles like a tuned-up version of a classic because that's exactly what it is. With a price tag around $499 to $550, this model hits a perfect balance between affordability and high-end premium features. For new shooters, for seasoned collectors, and for longtime 1022 fans who just want a rifle that performs with a fresh, modern twist, the Ruger 1022 carbon fiber is the one everyone is talking about in 2025. And there you have it. 6 of the newest 22 long rifle platforms in 2025 that are genuinely worth getting excited about. The Rimfire world is hot right now, and the gear has never been better. So, which one of these rifles caught your eye the most, and what's its mission? Is it a trainer, a competition gun, or a new woods walker? Let us know down in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, do us a favor and hit that like button. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and click the bell that way. You won't miss the next deep dive. If you've got a friend who's thinking about picking up a new 22 this year, feel free to share this video with them. It just might save them a lot of headache at the gun shop. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.